Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at noon.
New at noon, our brutally cold weather is canceling some classes today because of burst pipes inside a school building. Hi, everyone, and thank you for joining us. I'm Jordan Schreier. The West Fargo Community High School dismissed students for the day because of this. The water had to be shut off to a portion of the Loden Community Center, and crews are working to assess the damage. West Fargo Public Schools says it will know whether classes will be held tomorrow by this afternoon. Now stay with us here at Valley News Live as we continue to follow this story. In our cold weather, a lot of people start their cars and let them run to warm up. But police are seeing an increase in car thefts because of that. The Fargo Police Department says it has 24 reports of stolen vehicles so far just this month. The main factor in the majority of these thefts was the key being left inside the vehicle running. Now, if you do start your car ahead of time, make sure you have a spare key and you're able to lock your vehicle. And if you're warming up your car before you take off, back it out of the garage. The Fargo Fire Department took to social media to warn the public about the dangers of carbon monoxide in these frigid temperatures. This video here shows how car exhaust often pushes back into the garage, even if your garage door is open. Now, this poses a risk for everyone in the home if the garage is attached. The fire department is asking everyone to consider this risk during our cold snap. And speaking of that cold snap, you take that live look outside. Well, it looks very nice out there, but it does not feel nice when you walk out the door. For what we can expect for our chilly temps today, let's head on over to Storm Team meteorologist Justin Fanfarelli.
And thank you, Jordan. Good afternoon, everybody. Some of the coldest air we've seen this winter was over us this morning. Here's a look at the low temperatures around the region, and most of us were in the 20s below zero, but looking out toward Mahnomen, the Foston area, these are air temperatures 30 to 35 below zero, all happening a couple of hours before sunrise in most places. So we've rebounded with the sunshine and the wind flipping around more of a westerly direction. Temperatures across the region right now mainly into the upper single digits below zero. Combine that with a wind of around 5 to 15 miles per hour from a westerly direction. Still have some frigid wind chills out there with wind chill values into the upper teens and lower 20s below zero. So prepare for that if you're making your way out. Other than that, we have complete sunshine. It is nice to look at out there. We're going to keep the sunshine through the day, but temperatures for highs are only going to make it to around 3 to 5 below zero into the Fargo area, but that wind will flip around more of a westerly direction, then eventually a southerly direction. Will warm up through the next couple of days. We'll tell you how warm coming up a little later on in the newscast.
Look forward to it. Thank you, Justin. And it's cold now, as we just heard, but many are already worried about a warm up and potential spring flooding. The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration released an updated flood outlook for the Red River and Devil's Lake Basin today. There has been little change since their January 23rd outlook due to the lack of storms since mid-January. That also means that the predictions made during the January outlook are the same, meaning that there is an increased risk of snowmelt flooding. Base stream flow levels are also at or near record highs. The Dickinson, North Dakota School District decided to keep a controversial mascot name. Currently, they're known as the Dickinson Midgets. The school board voted not to move forward with the name change. The discussion came after the Little People of America said the term is derogatory. The school since surveyed the community and found 65% want to keep the name. Another person in the U.S. has now tested positive for the coronavirus, known as COVID-19 now. The Center for Disease Control confirmed the 15th case this morning. The CDC says the patient is among the group of people under a federal quarantine order at Lackland Air Force Base. The group of people returned on a charter flight to the United States from China on February 7th and were put on a 14-day quarantine. The person is currently isolated and receiving medical care at a designated hospital nearby. The CDC says it expects to find more cases of the virus in the coming days and weeks. Just days after the president forced a key witness in the impeachment trial off his national security team, the president's former chief of staff is speaking out against it. Peter Alexander reports.
President Trump praising Attorney General William Barr for intervening to reduce the recommended sentence for Mr. Trump's former campaign advisor, Roger Stone.
I want to thank the Justice Department for seeing this horrible thing. And I didn't speak to him, by the way, just so you understand.
Stone was facing a stiff prison sentence, career prosecutors recommending 7 to 9 years for his role in the Russia investigation, before the president complained on Twitter that the recommended sentence was horrible and very unfair.
Isn't your tweet political interference?
No, not at all. You have murderers and drug addicts. They don't get 9 years. 9 years for doing something that nobody even can define what he did.
What he did is undisputed. A jury found Stone guilty of witness tampering and lying to Congress, prosecutors say, to protect the president, who on Wednesday would not rule out pardoning Stone.
I don't want to say that yet.
And after all 4 prosecutors abruptly resigned from the Stone case, the president is blasting their unprecedented protest.
They ought to go back to school and learn, because I'll tell you, with the way they treated people, nobody should be treated like that.
Democrats are demanding an investigation, and while Republicans are brushing that off, some of the president's allies are uneasy about his comments.
I think this is a situation where the tweet was very problematic.
While several Senate Republicans have said they hope the president would be more cautious and steer clear of controversies after impeachment.
I hope that he's listened to the many voices in the Senate who have pointed out that the call was very problematic.
In the Oval Office, no sign of self-reflection.
What lesson did you learn from impeachment?
That the Democrats are crooked. They've got a lot of crooked things going. That they're vicious. That they shouldn't have brought impeachment.
House Judiciary Committee members have been urging Barr to testify for months since the release of the Mueller report. Who doesn't think their baby is adorable? Well, now you can make some major cash on their looks. Gerber announced their annual photo search contest. To enter into the contest, you must submit photos and videos of your child, and they can be no older than 4 years old. If your child wins, they will serve as the 2020 Gerber Ambassador and pick up $25,000. Now, to read the complete rules and find out how you can apply for the contest, just go to the VNL app and click on this story. It's a day dedicated to helping out hundreds of charities and nonprofits in the region. Today is Giving Hearts Day. And joining us live with more from one organization looking for a little love today is Valley News Team's Abby Furchner. Good afternoon, Abby.
Good afternoon, Jordan. I'm here at CCRI in Moorhead with Executive Director Shannon Bach and Development Director Jody Hudson. And today is a big, big day here. It is Giving Hearts Day. But what does Giving Hearts Day mean to CCRI?
It is a super big day for us. We have the opportunity with the funds raised today to provide all kinds of opportunities for the folks we support that aren't typically funded through our normal mechanisms.
Yeah, and right now we're kind of just seeing a garage, but it's definitely going to be more than that today. At 3:30, that's when the fun begins. Jody, what's going to be going on here?
Well, we normally have a polar plunge outside, but Mother Nature did not participate or cooperate. So we have moved it in. We're doing an ice bucket challenge in this room, and then we have a whole tropical extravaganza next door with slushies and games and bright colors and heat.
Guys, and we have somebody that's going to be doing the ice bucket challenge here. We want to show you really quick, so we're going to get them in line. Okay, everybody, get into your places for this. It's going to be a good time. Liz is going to be our participant today. She's with CCRI, and she gets to dump a bucket of cold water on her mom. I don't think you get to say that often, so here we go.
All right, some good stuff going on here.
You guys ready? Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1, dump!
That's how it feels when you step outside today. They are taking on a pretty good cause there for CCRI and Moorhead on this Giving Hearts Day. Good to see everyone getting in the spirit of helping out. And we want to update you just on how much money the community has raised. Now, there is $7,953,775, more than 14,000 Giving Hearts. Now, you can find that information and where you could give your money to any of the charities in our area. Just get the VNL app. We have a tab for it right there. You can click give a little, give a lot, or give whatever your heart can take. All right.